All right, welcome everybody. We're back again. We're for our Civ3 game, Civ3 Blast from the Past. I called this. We're playing as the Mayans in this game, and this should be session number 5, if I'm remembering correctly. If you're watching this on the YouTube playlist, you might have just clicked from the last video onto this one. Here in real time, it's in the real world. It's actually been a couple weeks since I played this, and I have to remember what I'm doing. So I kind of left the last session on a cliffhanger. We went to war with Inca and we killed some of their mounted units, not all of them. We also got a whole bunch of them retreated, unfortunately. So we didn't kill too many of them. Now the one thing I'm worried about is these units running over and attacking steamed hams. So I actually need to shift one unit. Oh, that unit's already moved. I'm hoping they won't all attack steamed hams. But I don't know if I can get another unit over there, unfortunately. Yeah, so many retreated calves. Hopefully they won't attack here. Also, if they attack and the defender wins twice, the defender would promote to elite, and then that generally causes their programming to move elsewhere. So hopefully they won't all... I think if they all attack steamed hams, they would take the city, but hopefully they won't... I don't think their programming will let them do that. Alright, so we also have 2 trebs that haven't moved yet. So I'm going to bombard... Might as well. I guess they could also technically attack this tile. I'm not too worried about that. Apparently I just forgot that I had those units available. Okay, so we also have these guys over here. But I'm not worried about this. This city has double muskets. I'm not too worried about that city. It also is size 12, so it has the size 12 defensive bonus. Yeah, and I've still got a musket in this city at full health. Okay. So I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen. We do have this stack to deal with. There's a lot of units that only have 1 defense in here. So we can bombard, and we'll get to use all our bombard units next turn again that can weaken those units. 1 move, as in Civ 4, 1 move units generally not that dangerous. It's the 2 move units that you got to watch out for. All right, now this tile, I don't know if any city can work this tile. I think we just roaded it. Let's try to get roads on a few more of these tiles. I think that's enough to road that tile. Again, back in the day, I knew exactly how many worker turns were needed. Oh, and here's the settler. Okay, so this settler's just going to chill here for the moment. This is our replacement city for... potentially for Tiwanaku. Because we might have to raise and replace some of these. I think I just had the... Oh no, there was the extra settler from up here earlier. Yeah, I had way more than I needed, so road those tiles. Just trying to road the borders of my territory for potential use later on. You've played it's like I've played a lot of Civ 4. This game confuses me. It definitely has its differences, that's for sure. So a lot of these workers, there's not a ton left for them to do until I get up to sanitation and have hospitals, which will unlock larger cities. I also did lose some workers at the beginning of this war. They were on this tile and they got, sadly, they got disbanded by the AI. Oh, hey, here's my unit. Dude's exploring the seas. Oh, hey. That's not the country I'm at war with. Alright, so I think it's... No. There we go. I wanted to turn the grid back on. Alright, so here's the big question is, what the heck are these guys going to do between turns? We should do a standard Diplo check. So I managed to get America in, and I signed America into this war with me. I did not sign the Aztecs and the Germans are irrelevant. Oh wait, no, the Germans, did they get eliminated? I guess they did. Aztecs are irrelevant. The only other one I'd have to worry about is the Iroquois, but if I sign the Iroquois into this war, they're going to capture some of these cities over here. I don't want that to happen. I only signed America into the war because I don't want America attacking me from the backside. So I'm going to hold off on trying to get the Iroquois into this war right now. So let's check in with the other... Oh, America's gracious with me. Nice. So they only have democracy tech up on me right now. How much would this cost? Oh, that's it? That's all he wants it for? Well, I just don't think I want to pay 430 for dies. We'll see. If I start getting in trouble in terms of happiness, I always could make that deal. I'm close to getting the ivory. Like, if I can just take a city or two, I'll be in decent shape here. And in the Iroquois. Fortunately, I'm polite with them. That does help. It makes them a little bit less likely. Okay. He does have horses. I may trade for his horses in the future because that would allow me to build calves if I can get to military tradition. But we're not at military tradition yet, so. Yes. Anyway, welcome those of you who are just joining. We are just starting this game. So this is the big thing. Let's watch what this stack does. So here come the Americans. We're going to see a lot of their units moving. They're going to move their big stack because they will start moving towards the Inca. Oh, nice. Yeah, go ahead, kill that unit. See, he can still use my roads because he's in my territory. Yeah, kill that ancient cav. Always nice to have the AI fighting it out. Nice. And now because he's 1 hit point, the other ancient cav will attack that unit because it's the weakest unit locally. It is weird that this is all New World civs. I think that's just a big coincidence, honestly. The one annoying factor is the Americans can like take up tile spaces on my roads because I can't stand on the same tile as an American unit. Yep, see, instead of attacking me, he attacks that unit. Unfortunately, he promoted in the process. Alright, so they're trying to retreat. I want to try, if at all possible, to wipe out those units. Nice, here comes another battle between AI units. Happy to see that. I want, if all possible, to kill these units. The problem is the other big stack is like right next to them, so I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. I think I might need to take a turn to heal. I don't think I'm going to be able to kill those units, which is really sad. That said, the Americans are already helping out here. Alright. So I'm going to need to keep producing longbows, because I lost a fair number of them. They're like my only unit that can actually attack. Flip-Flop is the former Incan city, so it was unhappy. Had extra unhappiness. Alright, so what do we got? We've got the injured units here. The problem is if I attack these units would then get a chance to attack me in turn, so I'm afraid that there's a decent chance they're all going to get away, which really sucks, but I don't know what else I could do about it. I've got a lot of injured units that I think I just need to spend this turn healing. All the units that are in Calcut zone can heal and they'll be back to full. Unfortunately, I don't have any mounted units who could kill this unit and then run away, which is too bad. Because I'd really like to be able to use my trebuchets this turn, but I'm trying to think if there's a tile. It can't be any tile that this stack can touch, so it can't be any of these 4 tiles. By the way, thanks for subscribing, Myth. Actually, I mean, how dangerous is this stack really? I guess it's not that scary. But then again, do I have a lot of units that can attack? I have a lot of injured units. How many do I have that are like full health? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 that are full health. That's not that bad. How many units are in this stack? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's still probably not enough to wipe out that stack, though. Yeah, I think the safe thing to do is to heal for this turn. I really wanted to kill those mounted units, but I just don't see a safe way to do that. So, this guy can actually get into Steamed Hams and provide a second defender, so we'll do that. The rest of you guys can move to Calcut Zone for healing. You don't need to heal, but... Yeah, I don't see a great way to get my bombard units in play. We can bombard this unit down to 1 hit point. I just need 1 defender. This city's not in any danger. It's got a gazillion units in it. We'll bombard from this tile. Yeah. Because there's no mounted units in this stack, right? They're all one move units. This stack is all 1 hit point units that are just retreating. Dang, it's so frustrating that they're going to get away. Oh well, I can't do anything about it. Anyway, it's cool that you guys have been running some Civ4 Survivor stuff. Alright, so now you can come here. At least we can take this unit out of the fight completely. Get some use out of these trebs. Not exactly fun that I'm fighting the person who built both Statue of Zeus and the Knights Templar. Kind of sucks, but that's life. Okay, what unit are we on right now? Okay. You guys are not terribly important at the moment. I want to get that one unroaded tile roaded. Yeah, units that are in a city with barracks heal instantly to full in 1 turn. It's pretty silly. I'm going to have to put some of these workers to sleep soon, just because they're kind of out of work to do. I guess there's still a little work to be done around steamed hams. Thanks also for subscribing, Dart Kuna. Alright, here we go. Another unit in there. So it's going to take a little while to work through. This is very common in Civ3. Like when a war starts, you have to work through all of like the random units the AI has built up over time. And then afterwards, you can start moving on their cities. As I mentioned, because this Civ built both the Statue of Zeus and the Knights Templar, they have a lot of extra units. Wow, terrible luck on these bombardments. All these units will be back to full health next turn. One reason why it's really cool to attack from outside of a city if possible. Alright, I'm just going to put another unit here just in case, just so that one horrible piece of dice luck on the musket would not cost me all of my trebs. You can stay in there. Alright, so all those units that are not full health will be back to full health next turn. Okay, let's look at my cities real quick. I'm waiting for War Weariness to kick in, which it will at some point. All right, you... Yep, you're just growing. This town needs to be mined, though. Because it's got the extra food from the desert tiles, it probably needs some food on some production. I gotta move guys over there. All right, this city has a gazillion food. Let's shift it from some of these hyperfood tiles over to tiles that have a little bit more production. Oh, I see. I can't work this tile. I can't work these tiles because there's enemy units. That's why it has so much food. Okay. That's why. Just slowly working on a bank here. Have just enough to get those 20... Just enough to 2-turn those longbows here. 12 production for 5-turn muskets. This is about all I can do here for right now. I'm starving the city for the moment, so I can do 2-turn longbows, but I can get that food back very easily. Just work the wheat tile. Steamed hams coming along. New city. This city at 15 per turn for 4-turn muskets. I don't think it needs the energy. Yeah, we can just work that instead. It was unhappy. Seems to be okay for the moment, though. Gotta keep a close eye on some of these cities. Alright. Yeah, similarly, this city seems to be okay for the moment. That said, it's going to be unhappy. The market's about to finish. That'll keep it happy for a long time. Temple's almost done here. Help keep this city safe from culture flipping. It'll push back and grab these 3 tiles once the borders expand. I don't think it's likely to flip. It's way closer to my capital than his capital, but you never know. Also, Vilcabamba, we do want to capture that city. I will move this down. And once we deal with this at the front lines, I can transfer a couple longbows over and we can capture Vilcabamba. Certainly not like the Inca can hold on to it. Hi, Eggman Walrus. Glad you're able to watch this. All right, so once again, keep an eye on these units. See what they do. I expect these guys will just shuffle around aimlessly. We can potentially look to hit this stack next turn. I would prefer to hit them when they're not on a mountain tile for the defensive bonus, but we'll see what they do. Okay, well, I didn't sign the Iroquois to an alliance. America did it anyway. So this means Inca's going to die. Because now all 3 other powers in the world have gang-piled them. So this means the Inca will die. The question is just how many of the spoils we can get out of this war. Fortunately, now, did you see what the AI did? Did you see how the knight ran straight for that archer? The AI always targets the weakest unit. Whatever's the weakest unit locally, that's what they attack. They are extremely predictable in this regard. They can see the entire map at all times, and they will go after whatever the weakest unit is. Yeah, so a lot of the Incan units will now run to the east. Yeah, so like once again, what's the weakest unit that this unit can fight? It's that spear, so that's why it runs and attacks that. This is good. We're gonna see the AI waste some of its units fighting another AI empire instead of us. We might be able to kill those units that are right on the border. Okay, this is even better. Units walking right up next to my capital. Excellent. Stupid retreat mechanic. Yeah, we might be able to kill a bunch... Oh, all those units right on the border. We might be able to kill some of them. Attacking across a river. I have no idea what the pathfinding is doing here. Knights Templar finishes off the American Knight. Alright. Extra musket's nice. Alright, let's move some of this insane excess food over here. Once I get this tile back... What are you working that tile for? Gotta be a better tile than that. I really want to get that tile back. I might even be able to kill that unit this turn. Because I believe that gets me up to 4-turn muskets. 15 production per turn. 2-turn longbows. Again, it sucks that I'm having to use longbows, which are really lousy units. But that's the best offensive unit I can build. Alright, so steamed hams is totally safe. That means I've got an extra musket here to move. I'll see where the best place to move that is at the end of this turn. But the nice thing is we've got a stack here that's easy to kill. So we'll use our trebs to kill that. And then I can probably kill 4 of the 5 units here. I think it's worthwhile to kill. Like, I won't kill the last unit, but like I could probably kill 4 of the 5. Still, we've got to eliminate this stack first. We always want to attack out of a city if possible, just because it's a better spot. So we'll use our bombards to kill this unit. Or wear down these units. And the nice thing is no defensive bonus. They're on flat ground tiles. Alright, so this is going to take a little while, but... Also, bombardment units, fantastic in this game. Especially artillery once you can get them. You can perform miracles with artillery. They fire twice. They are very strong attackers, and they fire twice, so you can potentially get 2 hit points off each unit. Late game, there's radar artillery, which is even more broken, but like comes so late that you basically never see it in the game. If you haven't already won by the time radar artillery shows up, something weird's going on in Civ3. Yeah, so look, we've got almost all these swords down to 1 health. Alright, well, I do have more bombard units that haven't fired yet, so I might as well use them before we send in the actual units. Oh yeah, like the AI is really dumb in a lot of ways, but the AI is really good at doing 2 things. It's good at expanding, number 1. Biggest difference between Civ3 and all previous Civ games that came before it. It's really good at expanding. Now I think I might save... I've got 2 more trebs left. Let's use them on this ancient cav, which I will also have to kill this turn. Really good at expanding, and number 2, it's really good at building units. It builds lots and lots and lots of units. And that in and of itself was enough to make the AI way better in this game. So like, look at all these longbows I've got. This is Civ3 in a nutshell, though. You get tons of units. Do I even want to kill that unit? I don't know. I might just leave that unit. Well, no, I kind of want to open up that tile. So, all right, let's see if we can kill that unit. 4 attack against 2 defense should be enough to kill that unit. So, Remember, Civ3 is infamous for its random number swings. Alright. There we go. Now we're up to muskets in 4 turns, 15 production per turn. And that all looks correct as far as tiles being worked. Okay. Alright, you need to heal because you're not full health. As for the other units, let's start taking out these archers. So that's the defensive bombardment. Archer units can get a defensive shot if another unit in the stack gets attacked. Now again, keep in mind what just happened there. I had 4 attack. That unit has 1 defense. I almost lost. Yeah. So there's the defensive bombardment. Alright, that's an easy win. No defensive bombardment this time. See? Because all the archers have used up their defensive bombardments. None of my units are promoting to elite, though, which is a little sad. I guess that's par for the course, though. So this is 4 attack against 2 defense, but the swords only have 1 hit point, so it should be a fairly easy win. Yep. Civ3 at its finest, ladies and gentlemen. And note that the unit is now promoted and gotten an extra hit point. Okay, fortunately it didn't matter, but there's an actual elite unit. So how many more longbows do I have? Quite a few, actually. I've got about 10 more. So that's enough to kill this unit. Now we need to kill this unit, just so it doesn't run around causing trouble. Then I'm going to defend this tile with multiple muskets and kill as many of these ancient calves as I can. I don't like, well, but then I would get attacked by the Crusaders. Ugh. Is that worth it to kill these ancient calves? I don't know if it is. Well, let's kill this unit first. Of course. Why can they retreat off the tile like that? It's insane. I should have attacked from this direction, because if I attacked this way, it would have retreated to there. I totally forgot that it was going to retreat. By the way, I hope you guys are enjoying the AI Survivor discussion. So how many longbows do I still have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The problem is these longbows are so weak on defense. Like, they're very weak on defense. I'm not sure if it's worthwhile to, like, expose my position by going after these units. It probably is not, honestly. Roll up their front from left to right. Maybe. The problem is I'm right on the border, so, like, they can... More units could roll out of Tiwanaku pretty easily. Well, this unit can't do anything because it's in my borders. It can only attack this tile. If I attacked from this tile, though, like if I killed these units and then attacked from, like I made my stand on this tile, that wouldn't be so bad. And I do need to protect this longbow anyway. Alright. Well, longbows are there to be used. And I have muskets over here. That's right, I can pull the 2 muskets over here. 1, 2. Yeah, these 2 muskets can both move and cover this tile, so that's worthwhile to do, I think. Alright, let's do it. Fortune favors the bold. So this is 4 attack against 3 defense. Just kind of straight up dice luck here. Alright, we got lucky. Was not expecting to win that. Okay. So now you kill this unit. And now we start mopping up these units that are left exposed, and then we cover them with muskets. Alright. 1, 2. You got nowhere to run, buddy. Yeah, run away from that. Well, we won't kill the last unit, but... Oh, you're not serious. Okay, thank you. I'm like, you're not serious. Yeah, like, because those ancient calves had already gotten. So ancient calves are super strong because they're the same attack as a sword 3. They're the same movement as a horse 2, and they get an extra hit point. They're absurdly strong. All right, good. So we don't kill this unit because that would leave a unit dead 100%. Now we want to try to kill the Crusader while it's on flat ground and while it has 3 defense instead of 5 attack. Obviously, it's much better to hit it with when it only has 5 attack, or 3 defense as opposed to 5 attack. Nice. Okay, well, I'll take that. Cool. That went way better than I was expecting. We just mopped them up and we lost nothing. Have I ever played Age of Empires 2? No, I've not played Age of Empires 2. Good question, though. So I could kill this unit at the cost of leaving a unit exposed on flat grounds. I don't know if that's worthwhile. Then again, it's going to have 4 attack. It might be better to... It might still be better to do that. How many muskets? I've got a musket here. So, like, these 2 muskets can come over and cover this stack. Then I've got 2 muskets. Yeah, that's probably worthwhile to do. Kill this unit, and then I can cover it with 2 muskets. And I'm going to be moving onto this tile anyway. Although, no. But then this Crusader can attack it. Never mind. That is not worth it, because that Crusader can attack it. Okay. All right, so let's start consolidating for next turn then. Next turn, we can probably start moving on Tiwanaku. Okay, 1, 2, 3. You move there. I'm not done with this theater yet. Why did you take me to the other part of the map? All right. A mounted unit could, in theory, reach these guys. But I think I've killed most of their mounted units so far. Do they even have horses, by the way? Yes, it does have horses. Okay. Haven't seen any knights out of them so far, though. Well, if they want to run deep into my backlines with a mounted unit just to kill that longbow, I guess that's all right. Well, never mind. We'll just cover it with a musket. I need I want 2 muskets on this tile. So then we'll move this guy. Just here to cover that guy. So we've got an extra dude here. 1, 2. Just moving this guy closer to the front lines. You can heal up and fortify there. All right, now we can go back to scouting the map. Oh wait, what the? Why am I moving away from that city that I can potentially attack? That was a mistake. This guy can explore the north side of the map. Didn't realize where that ship was on the map. Okay. Again, it would be nice if I had units in the area. All right. You can, from this tile, you can move onto that tile next turn. So stay here. Ideally, we'd move on this tile and then here to Tiwanaku. Yeah, you guys can just chill there for right now. All right. So now I said that there was a tile I needed to mine up here. We have some workers. I think it was Leipzig. Yeah, that tile near Leipzig. Let's grab some of these workers and have them do that. They can get on that. Oh, that's right. Sun Tzu's is in Tiwanaku. Okay, so we're not raising Tiwanaku. Not with Sun Tzu's in the city. Forgot about that. It would pop up when I captured it, so. All right, yeah. This city is a little low on food. I'd actually like to clear the marsh, but there's a stupid American unit standing on it right now. So here is something that these workers can do. They can stand on tiles so American units can't get in the way. Remember, I want the Americans not attacking me, but I don't exactly want them taking over the place. We'll limit where they can walk. This tile, is this workable by Fertopolis? Yes. So it'd be better to mine this. Do want to road that tile. This tile is not actually workable by any city, so we can just clear out. So these, like, I'm gonna grab some of these, like, these 2 longbows and a musket. I'll move to the boat. I'll load on that boat. 2 longbows and a musket can start heading in that direction for the boat to pick them up. Carols can carry 3 units, I believe. Or is it 3 that they can carry? How many? 3. Okay, I do remember that. All right, and since we didn't do it last turn, let's do a quick Diplo check. Oh, physics is out there. Feels like that's the monopoly price right now. 98, so he wants an insane price for it. Yeah, still monopoly tech, not buying it, but we want to keep an eye out for opportunities to broker that. Ideally, we do 2 for 1 physics plus we get metallurgy and physics, so we got to pay very close attention to the trade screen right now. All right. Again, the American units are going to be an incredible pain in my territory because they all are going to run through my territory. I may end up just blocking them off with workers, or most of them from workers, because I don't actually need their help in this war. I just need them not to attack me as part of this war. Diplomacy in Civ 3 is pretty manipulatable. He's running home to heal. Look at all them roaming around. And of course, since we are rite of passage, he can use my roads. Yeah, great. Go ahead, kill that American knight. Yeah, that unit is so toast. Okay, cool. So the Incan counterattack was non-existent. Literally did nothing. Let's do like 1 more long... Actually, no. Let's do a musket because I'm going to need defenders for the captured cities. Let's have you do 1 more longbow, and then I'm going to go back. I'm going to fill up the food box again. Nice. We got the market done here. Very nice. This is a low food city. Just got that 1 farm for +3 food. So you need to keep working on your infrastructure. Bank before anything else, I think. Doesn't have any culture either, but that's fine. It doesn't need culture. Yeah. There's the temple here. Yay! All right, you need a harbor really badly. You need both a harbor and an aqueduct. That's the thing in Civ 3. You get a lot of cities like this. Cities that are pretty crummy, but like they don't hurt you having them, so you might as well grab them. You can just slowly work on that stuff. All right, so you start heading west to be picked up by boat. I'll grab the Furtopolis longbow as well for that. And the Desert Lake musket. All right, let's... While I'm thinking about it, we'll move this down. How close is it? They're like 4 or 5 turns away. No rush though. We'll still be at war with Inca in that time. Might be able to sell our world maps for something. Just out of curiosity, did anyone pick up? Nope. Still monopoly tech on physics right now. That's why it's so expensive. Once someone else has picked it up, we'll see if we can acquire it. In the Industrial Age, we're going to switch over to doing our own research, but we're not quite there yet. Okay, so Warfront time. Let's see what we got. So we're going to kill these 2 units for sure. Yeah, so we're gonna make our bombardments from this tile here. We'll protect this tile, and then we'll move our big stack onto this tile. So we'll protect these 2 tiles right here. All right, bombardment units first. Definitely need to kill this Crusader. The 3 defense makes it a nasty unit, but if we can soften it up first, should go down without too much trouble. At least it's not going to retreat. Obviously, by bombarding these units, I'm not going to have the Trebs in position to bombard units in Tiwanaku, but that's life. Fortunately, Tiwanaku is only size 6. I'm actually really lucky. There's hardly any cities over size 7. Cities get a big, or units in cities over size 6 get a big defensive bonus. think that's enough. I think I'll have the other trebs move forward. So let's get the longbows that are full health, shall we? Alright, that was easy enough. So elite units you want to protect as much as possible because they have a chance of generating a leader in this game. You are probably going to get smacked by the AI, but come on, win around. There we go. All right, that's also nice for vision purposes too. All right, so we do have to protect this tile, but you can move 1, 2, 3 like that. Oh, we didn't actually reveal anything else there. You are 1 hit point away, so you should heal. 1, 3. Alright, you guys mine that tile. You guys road. You guys continue blockading the American units. Get you down closer to the front lines to cause more trouble for the Americans. Back here, you should be relatively safe from the AI. If they want to run, excuse me, a mounted unit way out of their territory just to snipe that guy. Oh, look, the borders. This tile was in my borders. Now it's in the American borders. Looks like Boston pulled ahead of Green Dole in terms of culture. That's not the end of the world, though. All right. So you also come here. That gives me 2 muskets here and 2 muskets here, which feels pretty good. Actually, let's move 1 more. Why? Because I'm going to move this musket forward because I've got another musket coming out of Blockhouse. Although the Americans have gotten in my way over there. I thought this unit could reach that tile, but it can't. Oh well. That's fine. Alright, so let's move the longbows forward now. All the healthy ones anyway. So this is the thing about Civ 3. There's so many units, the game requires a lot of micromanagement. Am I going to block the Americans? I'm going to try to. I'm going to try to block them as best I can. Because otherwise they absolutely could snipe cities from me again. It especially hurts that they have mounted units that are faster than me. Having no horses the entire game has been a monstrous pain in the butt. No horses and no iron is like a crippled Civ, and that's been my situation literally the whole game. Yeah, you can just heal there. You need to go back to the city to heal. How many more attackers do I have here? I think I'll take you along anyway because you're almost full health. A lot of longbows, right? All right. Yeah, so I've managed to block. Ideally, like if I can take Tiwanaku, I can block the Americans super easily. Like, it's literally 3 tiles here. We'll block them off completely. I will definitely do that if I can gain control of Tiwanaku and Ole Te Tambo. Because, like, I'm here on this turn. I'm going to move here next turn. Should be able to take Tiwanaku, and then it's a pretty fast jaunt over to Olen Te Tambo. I should also move my settler forward, too, because I could always use it for combat settler purposes. You can really screw with the borders in this game with your settlers. Also, welcome, JD Pelgrillo. How things are going for the Incas to the east? Good question. They have not lost any cities yet. But don't be surprised if they lose the former Aztec cities pretty fast. This will be the end of the Incas. The AI is really good at going into a feeding frenzy in this game and like jumping on whoever's weak. All right, so far I still do not have any war weariness. So far. All right, be prepared to watch a lot of American units running around. Okay, if they want to run off to the right, that's fine with me. They're trying to get around, yeah, they're trying to get around my unit blockade. Not working that successfully thus far. they've got a couple knights randomly running around, but that's about it. Still, the big thing was just that America does not attack me. I did not want to have to fight Inca and America at the same time. I believe that it's lost. Oh my god, are you effing kidding me? Ugh, they stepped right on the tile I wanted to go to. Jesus Christ. So annoying. Okay. Jeez, I wish that knight had retreated when it was at 1 HP. Okay. Apparently they had some more mounted units. Alright, well, those units are going to die, but they did kill a couple longbows. I do need to keep producing some of these because I will keep losing longbows as the war goes on. Meanwhile, my backline cities continue to do infrastructure. Alright, you need a harbor next. Fortunately, it can grow pretty quickly. I think I'd rather... Well, I can swap that onto that tile next turn. Alright. I swear to God, them being on that tile... I mean, I can move here, don't get me wrong, but it puts me further from Ole to Tambo. I swear to God, if these 3 random knights capture this city, I'm going to be so freaking mad. Like, that shouldn't be enough to take this city, but... Like, if they snipe another city right on my border because they just happen to have random units running in at the last second... I don't know. Like, that would be so frustrating. It would almost be enough to get me to quit the game. Like, I'm not going to do that, but like, it's at that level of frustration at this point. I don't think that they will have that happen. The city has muskets. Like, they would have to get insanely lucky, but it is in play that that could happen. Like I said, it is unlikely, but it is not impossible. Part of the reason why they had more success in that previous war is they were just hitting they were hitting spears with knights. Muskets are a lot harder to kill. Yeah, no way to see them. Well, you can use espionage, but you have to pay for it. Okay. So I had this longbow was going to come join the boat brigade. This is always a game that was favored logistics. Like being able to see stuff, set stuff up ahead of time. I think they'll just make for Poverty Point and load over there. All right. So I lost 2 longbows to like random attacks, but that wasn't too bad. All right, let's kill this, soften up this ancient cav. I mean, the ideal situation here would be the AI softens up Tiwanaku but doesn't capture it. Leave them as bait. No, they're just going to run on their turn if it gets around to them. I don't know who I'd be leaving them as bait for, is the thing. Wow, look at all those failures. The good news is I used up all those seeds in the random number generator. All those bad seeds were used up by that. Okay, well, you're full health, so you might as well hop in here and kill that guy. Not surprising that I won, because I had just lost a whole bunch of rounds. Obviously, each dice roll is supposed to be an independent outcome, but in reality, we know they're not, because Civ4's random number generator is really weird, and it's really streaky. Alright, well. Let's start occupying tiles with these units so that the AI has a harder time grabbing them. can just heal there. All right, let's see what we can do in terms of blocking with you guys. Oh, whoops. Oh no, all those American units are now trapped. They can't move. Oh no. Whatever will they do? Oh no, now they're all blocked. Actually, some of these, let's grab some of these workers and get them down near the front lines for potential future movement. You guys will just have to go the long way around. Alright. Let's do this, just to block another tile. My favorite stuff, blocking tiles. And like I do want to clear the marsh here when I get a chance. Got one more worker. The worker brigade. All right, now it's time to check and see if anyone else has picked up physics. The price is dropping to the point where it's not as outrageous, but I'm pretty sure that's still a monopoly price. Yeah, no one else has picked it up yet. The Aztecs most certainly have not. So weak. And the Inca I'm at war with, so I can't make a deal. All right. Keep your fingers crossed that these guys do not capture this. I needed to make sure no war weariness has kicked in. Has not. All right. Yeah, so now they're all going to try to walk around my unit blockade. Yep. My worker blockade here. Since you can't occupy the same tile as units of another Civ in Civ 3. Should block this stupid knights better. Just so fast. Swear to God. I freaking swear to God, America. Come on, you stupid pike. Alright, he promoted to elite. Okay, thank goodness. Alright, that worked well. It softened up 2 units for me. Or eliminated a unit for me. So why does the Ancient Cav attack the Knight? Because the Knight only has 3 defense, my musket has 4 defense. It's as simple as that. Alright. I mean, fortunately we are seeing a lot of... Okay, that worked out. That worked out. Alright, so now we need to put you on less of a starvation diet. Get that food box filled back up again. Or actually do this. There we go. 17 per turn. That's not too wasteful for a musket. We'll do the musket then. Actually, why don't you do the library? I don't think I need to run units here as much. So we finally finished the granary. City is not growing because it's unhappy. But if we can get another luxury, that'll be fixed. Does not have any culture. Probably needs a courthouse the most, though, because of its corruption. That's a long-term project. I'm not dumping money in there. Yeah, I don't know if it only has 2 defenders or not. The AI does not defend its cities well in Civ 3. It's a real weakness of the game. But we want to take the city first because that'll open up borders. I don't know how many defenders. There are at least 2. That might be it. Oh, these are nice hits. That'll help reduce the number of muskets who have to get slaughtered. Or not muskets. The number of longbows who have to die assaulting this city. Nice. That's a real... Oh, so, okay. So it is more than... So this... It looks like there's 3 units. This is a brand new pike. Notice how it is not fortified yet. That is a brand new unit that was just put in the city. Alright, that's it. 3 units. Yeah, big difference between Civ 3 and Civ 4. The AI just does not defend its cities as well in this game. All right, so now we're going to have to send in the longbows. Some of them are definitely going to die. We just have to hope we don't roll too badly here. Well, that was great. We did 0 damage. Awesome. Good start. Yay. All right. Got one of those the last couple rounds. So we've lost 1 unit so far. And then we kill the musket like it's nothing. Unbelievable. All right. We had a bad streak at first, then we got a good streak. All right, nice. We captured some workers too. Quite a few workers, actually. So we're definitely keeping this city because of Sun Tzu's being in there. So needless to say, we have to quell the resistance and starve the city down. So Sun Tzu's, if you're not familiar with Sun Tzu's, it's one of the best wonders in the game. Puts a barracks in every city on the same continent. Really, really good. If you're on a one-continent map. If you're on an archipelago map, obviously it's no good. So queue up the temple. We need to flood the city full of units this turn to quell the resistance. But like, notice how the borders have flipped. Oh, and also we picked up ivory. Yay! We've got a 5th luxury now. That's really nice. On to Ole Te Tambo next. So we also can actually we might be able to block the Americans here too. Although they only have 2 healthy knights. I don't think that's enough to take any cities. Every city's gonna have at least 3 defenders, so I don't think that's enough. I think we're okay with just these knights being here. I would be shocked if 2 knights were enough to capture a city. So I just have to keep sliding workers down. To like block this tile here. Anyway. Well, let's stick with the front lines first. I do need to kill this unit. I actually can get my other trebs into the fight, I think. Where are my other... Oh, no, they're all the way back here. Okay. 1, 2... No, they can't get into the fight this turn. We'll move them forward, though, so they can join in future rounds. But this thing's... since it only has... Is it even worthwhile to kill this unit? Because the knights are going to attack it. The American knights will attack it on their turn because it has the lowest defensive value. Actually, we don't need to kill that unit there. Rename the city to Stalingrad. Okay. Good suggestion. Still, that's a big pickup for us. Then next we need to see what we can get over here. So far, no cities have been captured yet, but I would expect them to start falling soon. We really, and it also gets us iron, which is super key. We're going to need them for railroads. We also would really like to get to the horses, which are over here. Yeah, an extra luxury, the iron, and then we're going to be pushing for these grapes, which would be a 6th luxury. Maybe we're not going to get to those silks, obviously, but great. That's a huge pickup to get that city. Okay. I think the big thing I need to do this turn is quell the resistance. We'll quell the resistance this turn, and then we can move on Cuzco next. It's actually easier to get to Cuzco than Olen Te Tambo. Yeah, it's actually easier to get to Cuzco because it's only 1 tile away. Remember, cities always control their first string borders, always, in Civ 3. It's actually really silly, but that's the rule. So if we take Cuzco, it will get all of its first string borders, and then we can move from Cuzco to this tile and take Ole Te Tambo. But we got to take out the... We got to quell the resistors first this turn, and it'll also let me move everything up. Then we just need to block... like back here with some units. 1, 2, 3. Again, I'm okay with these knights right here. I just don't want any knights back behind them getting into the fray. 1, 2, 3. Workers, so many uses. I don't know. Also, I have no idea why the game suddenly shifts across the map like that sometimes. You are actually not needed up there. Workers across. If you zoom out, you can actually see this more clearly. Look at the row of workers running across the map, blocking any American units from walking through. It's a doot 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 doot. Completely blocks them. So they'll shift and they are... Actually, I don't... Actually, you know what? Let's do this. We're going to move this unit off the tile. So their pathfinding will now see that they can run through that one tile and they'll all run over there. Oh, this game's great sometimes. It's a true classic. Alright. Yeah, you guys stay back here. This should be pretty safe. Hopefully. And this city's about to build a musket for itself. Now, just checking, did that make the city unhappy? No, it's actually, it's super happy because we just picked up the third luxury, which is worth 3 happy faces. We may actually be able to turn down the luxury tax now. Floodgates are open. Oh, cool. So these guys finished that mine. Yay, a little bit more production. Okay. Because this city's got a lot of food. It's at +5 food. How about placeholder? How's it doing? Gonna need an aqueduct. Actually doesn't really even need that granary that badly. This city has a lot of food as well, because it's got that one tile there. Not a great city, but actually might be better to mine one of these tiles. Yeah, actually I think I should mine the saltpeter in the desert here, just because I've got enough food from the other tiles. Poor Gibby is never going to have much food, but there's not much I can do. This would be a nice tile, but it's not in the city's borders and never will be. The city needs a harbor eventually, but it's very corrupt. Never going to be a major contributor. Okay. So now I can finally, with my excess workers who are not running blockades, I can finally start working on cutting down that marsh for steamed hams. A couple of other tiles there that have not been improved yet. No, I'm okay with Leipzig. We had the suggestion to rename it before, but I'm actually okay with the current name. I think I'll keep you there, though. Alright, so I do need to keep at least one musket on this tile to keep the injured units safe. I actually think I like keeping this unit here too, just to make it harder for enemy units to maneuver in the area. Alright. By the way, this game is really bad at unit cycling. Notice how the map keeps like flipping me around to different parts of it. Do I have a rite of passage with America? I think I do. Yes, I do. Okay, so I can run through their territory, no trouble. Didn't want to annoy them for no reason, but I figured I had rite of passage because they were moving through my territory. Here's the last longbow. It's going to need to be picked up. See, here comes the drop ship. Ready to grab them and go after Vilcabamba. Oh yeah, I've got captured workers in here. Forgot about them. Just pull them back. They can also serve as blocking dummies as needed. Alright, all the healthy longbows moving in, including my elite unit. I'll heal you because you're not full health. Alright, hopefully that's enough to quell the resisting units. One. And all the units that are healthy can then move on Cuzco next turn, including all my Trebs. Oh no, a couple of them are still one turn behind the fight. Excuse me, that's okay though. Alright, still a monopoly tech. Again, tech has moved very slowly in this game, which is good, because it means that I've got plenty of time to do my own research. And like I'm building up this big stockpile of money that I don't even really need. That'll help me when I swap over to doing my own research. Like, how much, if I wanted to... Oh, and the other thing is, let's see if we can turn down the luxury tax by 10%. Let's see. Would any city be unhappy? Not the capital. That's still good. I think I can now run 10% luxury tax. Yeah, you're unhappy. I think everybody else is good, though. Yep, Grain Dole is 7 happy, 5 unhappy. Blockhouse is, yeah, 7 unhappy. Oh, yeah, looks like we're good. I don't think any city is unhappy here. This was the only city that maybe could have been unhappy, but it looks like it's okay. Yep, we're good. So now we're up to 300. And if I were to research metallurgy, just out of curiosity, let's say, if I were to research this, I think we should go for this. It's only 5 turns. Why not? If we can get it first, we can trade it. We can broker it for physics. I think that's worthwhile. I don't even have much in the way of libraries or... I mean, it won't even cost me very much. Let's do it. My active deals, good question. So deals... No, that's not it. Details is what I need. So we have rite of passage with America. We are giving them incense and furs. And I'm giving Hiawatha saltpeter right now. That's it. I don't have a lot of active deals at the moment. Alright, let's see what happens. So I think the American units are going to attack these. That's my prediction. The Knights, at least, I think so, are going to go do that. Yeah, and so now here, watch how literally every single unit now turns and marches around to the northeast. It's incredible how you can manipulate the AI in this game. You can do some really nasty stuff. You can, in particular, empty your cities. Like, if you have one city in your back lines with no defenders in it, every single enemy unit will run for that city because it's undefended and they can see the whole map at all times. It's really exploitative. We used to ban that at Realms Beyond because it was so exploitative. Alright. Yep. So these knights are not going to attack the cities. They're just going to uselessly attack the ancient calves. And then they will in turn get picked off by Incan units because they're sitting around with like 1 hit point. See, now the AI will attack that unit because it's... Yeah. No surprise there. Alright. Now, do I have a university in here? I do. Okay. So that means I can keep pumping units. Oh, and now we can build medieval infantry. Enough with the stupid longbows. I actually, you know what? Well, before I pick something here, let's scroll ahead and convert any longbow into a medieval infantry. Much better unit. Has 2 defense instead of 1 defense. And also upgrades better. Well, I guess it does... Actually, I guess the upgrade passed the same, but... Alright. I'd actually like to build infrastructure, but I don't have any right now to research. So I guess we'll do a medieval infantry. No, we can do muskets. Actually, muskets not bad. Because they're 60 production, right? Yeah. We can do musket. I'm going to need defenders for some of these cities, like I said. Alright, you, though, can... I'm going to start swapping some cities over to infrastructure. Like, I would like to start getting some universities up. And we did quell the resistance. Very nice. So now we want to starve this city. Make them all tax collectors for this turn. I want to starve it down to size 1. It's easy to regrow cities in Civ 3. Alright. So you actually also have pretty much all of your key infrastructure. I have enough luxuries that I don't really need the cathedrals all that badly. You're at 20 per turn. I would like to replace my spears with muskets, so I think I'm going to work on that. Americans are building Newtons. That means they picked up theory of gravity. Okay, so I'll get metallurgy and I'll trade them for physics, and then I'll have to make a deal for theory of gravity. So, like, I can't see that because it's... Oh, they won't entertain a deal because I can't give them gold per turn. That's why. But we'll be able to exchange trade text, metallurgy for physics, and then I can look to pick up theory of gravity after that. He will not be able to... He will start researching metallurgy now, though, because it'll be the only... Oh, no, he could go for magnetism. Never mind. I was going to say because it's the only tech he can research that's not in the next era. But he could also get free artistry because he has democracy, and he could go for magnetism as well. I might go for military tradition, even though it's an optional tech after that. We'll see. Anyway, so all that's left right now are there's a 1 hit point knight, a 1 hit point knight, and a 2 hit point knight. Those units are not a threat at this point. Not going to capture any more cities. So we have successfully warded off America from capturing cities. All right, let's start shuffling forward now. Again, this is much easier if you have faster units, by the way. I'm going to protect this stack with 2 muskets, and I'll have 2 muskets in Stalingrad. Which fortunately has a barracks because of Sun Tzu. Alright, roll those trebs forward. And this tile will be in my borders once Cuzco's captured, so then I'll be able to move here and immediately attack Olayte Tambo, which only has a spear on defense, not a musket. So do they have any saltpeter? They actually don't have any saltpeter in their territory. I think I traded them saltpeter, so they will not be able to build any more muskets. That's really, really nice. I'm going to use all these freaking longbows. That said, it was kind of... Oh, I shouldn't have moved. Well, I guess that's fine. I got to move into a city with the barracks. I was going to say I could have kept him there and healed, but it'll heal much faster in the city with the barracks. This should be enough attackers to capture, I hope. Should only be 2 or 3 defenders in there, even though longbows kind of suck, as we know. That's a lot of longbows, and I do have the trebs to help out. So we'll keep garrisoning this. Help make sure it doesn't flip back. The odds of a culture flip are quite high, unfortunately, because it is right next to the enemy capital. But by putting a lot of units in there, I make it less likely to flip. Of course, that'd also mean that if it does flip, it's a disaster, but we'll see. The capital will move to Tenochtitlan, because it's the largest city, if we capture Cuzco next turn. So we just need to avoid a horrendously bad dice roll on like this next turn, which is probably not going to happen. Let's hope. Alright, so you... Actually, let's do this. You come down here, and then we'll move you, this musket here, into Stalingrad. Alright. I can probably pick up these units next turn. This is just the 1 unit that's lagging behind. Let's see, maybe the turn after that. Alright, so you're going to come down here and help clear the marsh. Workers, always the best. Nothing like having workers. I will need 1 more worker here, though, because this longbow I want to heal. I'll heal it because it's 1 turn away from full health, but I will want that unit to get back in the fight soon. I will also have to work to solve the AI's crummy tile improvements. For instance, there's a real need for irrigation. See how there's what I was bringing irrigation down here? I'll have to irrigate my way through this territory because these are some very dry cities and they would definitely benefit from the extra water, the extra farms. So we'll work on that. But in the meantime, yeah, just stand around. Like I said, I'm going to move these muskets up to the front line because I'm going to need them to garrison the cities I capture. And hey, look, a unit that's not a longbow. Yay! I'm actually going to send this off to the... I might need this unit to help capture that city. I don't know. Just in case, I'm going to send it over there. I don't think 1 more medieval infantry is going to make that huge of a difference at the front lines, but we'll see. Never hurts to have more units. Just in case I lose some more units, I'll squeeze out another unit for the front lines. Yeah, there is a path to irrigate via this direction here. That's why these cities are all so small in terms of size, is because they've been mined left and right instead of being irrigated. Oh, well, it landed one longbow. That's probably not enough to take that city. Probably. I swear to God. Here comes another AI empire to try to snipe my city captures. It's fine, though. That city could even flip to me because it's not even remotely close to the Iroquois capital. We'll see, though. So now the Americans are going the long way around. Here they go. I don't know if they have a rite of passage. Oh, that's an odd attack to make, but okay. Now the Incan units over there are going to kill those 1 hit point knights. They will go out of their way to kill a 1 hit point knight. Oh my god, why is he doing that? That seems suicidal. Okay. Alright, buddy. I guess they realized that they didn't have any other way to get home. So he promotes because... yeah. Okay. Well, those units haven't had a chance to heal yet, so not going to be very strong. Alright, we got the musket. So now the city is super happy. Yay, because it's got the market done. Looks like it needs a courthouse next, because it's pretty corrupt. Yeah, and I could use more. It's a little low on food. I don't really want to pull it off any of the tiles it's got right now. Within 5 turns as opposed to... that's not worth it. Keep it like that. So there's the border expansion. Alright, so this tile can move 4 tiles this turn. Alright, I'll load it next turn. We'll just move as close as we can. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so we've got to be on this tile for next turn. Alright. Time for our main action. Let's see if we can capture the Incan capital. Not on that. Alright. So it's not great when bombardment fails, but at least every failed shot is a round you would have lost with one of your actual units. If nothing else, using up those bad seeds from the random number generator is not the worst thing. Alright. Oh, better defended than those other cities, that's for sure. At least 3 muskets in there. Oh, okay, not great. So this could be a little bit rough, but we do have, I don't know, 15 longbows here. I think that that should be enough to get the job done. Let's sure hope so. Alright, so far so good. 1 down. Oh, another full health unit behind it. I don't want to send the elite unit in unless I have a crippled target to attack. It is 4 attack against 4 defense, but those units are fortified. Nice, wow, okay. Alright, well, looks like the worst is past now, hopefully. Very lucky to win those first 2. I would not have expected to win those. Okay, I'm seeing the good side of the random number generator so far today. Although, since I've gotten a lot of wins, expect to lose a couple rounds now. It's almost like I've played this game a lot. I was like, expect to lose a lot of rounds now. Alright, getting some elite units. That's nice. Again, I'm trying to save these elites for if there's like a 1 hit point unit to finish off. There we go. Alright. So this unit is not fortified, but it does have 3 defense. Nice. Alright. So here's where we use the elite unit against a 1 hit point, 1 defense longbow. Alright, behold the power of longbows and be amazed. Alright. So we instantly get control of all the tiles within Cuzco's borders. Alright. So we got Temple of Artemis and Statue of Zeus and Knights Templar. So, very nice. Very, very nice. So I do not raise this because it has triple wonders in it. So Temple of Artemis. put the temple in every city on the same continent. The only thing is, it is already obsolete. It's obsoleted by education, so it has not done anything. But it could become a tourist attraction. This is something they added in the second expansion, Conquest. Great Wonder can become a tourist attraction once it has stood the test of time for a certain number of years. Begins to attract commerce, which steadily increases as time passes. So after 1,000 years, it's worth 2 gold. And by the way, this is years, not turns. So older stuff is worth more. So that will probably kick in with time. So like the Statue of Zeus is already kicking this in. Statue of Zeus has not obsoleted yet, although it's going to obsolete in a couple turns. This is one of the most overpowered wonders in the game. Really, really, really bad design in every way possible. You must have ivory to build the Statue of Zeus, so it's completely random who gets to build this. If you just dumb luck your way into ivory, you can build this. Produces an Ancient Cav every 5 turns. Ancient Cav is absurdly overpowered unit. 3 attack, 2 defense, 2 movement, and +1 health. It's ridiculous. Produces one every 5 turns. T-Hawk once wrote in one of his reports that the Statue of Zeus is basically, its description should read, kill target Civ. Because that's basically what it does. It's strong enough that it basically kills an enemy Civ once you build it and start stacking up the Ancient Cavs. Knights Templar is pretty much the same thing, only it comes much later in the game. It produces those Crusaders. They also have +1 hit point. They're basically medieval infantry that have +1 attack and +1 defense, and they get produced every 5 turns, and they also have +1 hit point too. But they don't have 2 movements, and they come much later in the game, so they're not nearly as strong. I really have no idea what they were thinking when they made that. So we're going to set up to take Ole Te Tambo as quickly as possible. 1, 2. All right, so we can move on to this tile here. I need probably just, we'll put 2 muskets, but probably don't even need 2. I also want to quell the resistance in Cuzco, but I want to make this attack quickly. We have quelled the resistance in Stalingrad. So all healthy longbows are going to go take this, and then we'll probably have to stop for a turn. We'll probably have to regroup for a turn or 2 before we can get over to Kori Huaya Ruchina, or whatever it's called. Fortunately, I can get my bombards, or my other trebuchets, into action here. Oh, good question. Where did their capital go? It moved where I predicted it would, Tenochtitlan. This is really lucky for us because flip chance is based on how close you are to the capital. It's also based on other factors, but that's one of the biggest ones. So moving this far away from where we're attacking is nice. It means the cities will have a lower chance to culture flip back. One of the most obnoxious parts of Civ3. All right, you obviously need to heal because you're 1 hit point. Stalingrad, this city we also need to starve. That'll do it. And we want to rush that temple, start getting culture coming in. That also helps prevent the city from revolting. And we have plenty of money in the bank right now. All right, what else is in here? I only need 1 musket. I definitely don't need 2. So we'll move this in to help quell the resistance. You can probably chill here for the moment. I am going to want these workers because I'm going to want to spread irrigation, but there's not a lot I can do. I guess I could move up here and mine this tile because you can start heading up to deal with that. But the main thing I need to do is start spreading irrigation. Okay, so you're healthy, so you can move there. Surprising. Okay, so a lot of longbows survived intact, fortunately. That should be enough to take a city that's guarded. Top unit is a pike. This probably won't be enough to quell all the resistors in this city this turn. I don't know if the settler helps with that, but it won't hurt. Might need to take an extra turn to quell the resistors. Just FYI. All right. So this got us up to 3 production per turn, fortunately. Yeah, got me an extra production. That was plus 50% production there due to the corruption. Not a ton for you guys to do, honestly. Well, I might need you back down at the new city, so let's start moving you in that direction. Get out of the way of the Americans. Oops, that was not the tile to move on to. Oh well. Whoops, the one tile that wasn't roaded. Alright. you stand by for potential pickup later. The exciting task of defogging the map. Alright. Do a Diplo check, but I don't expect to be able to make a deal until after I finish metallurgy. Real question is if they come... Alright, so physics... So they both know physics now. Physics is no longer a monopoly tech. That's good. So I should probably try to pick it up now that it's not a monopoly tech. Because that'll allow me to trade... Let's see, who offers a better deal? Definitely Hiawatha. So we'll make the deal with him. Especially because it's this cheap. Did you see how much cheaper it was? Before, I was supposed to pay like 1,500 gold and 100 gold per turn or something like that for the tech. And now it's down to just gems, furs, and 700-ish gold. Amazing how the techs devalue. So if luck holds, I'll be able to get metallurgy when it's still monopoly tech and trade it for theory of gravity. We'll see though. Wow, he asked for 770. He's all the way down to like 650. Close to it. Yeah. Alright, looks like 660. Alright. So now America is just up theory of gravity. So I'm hoping we'll be able to trade metallurgy for theory of gravity, is my hope. Because this will be a monopoly tech that no one else has. Oh yeah, you're right. I only need to block 3 tiles. Well, once we take Ole Te Tambo, we can just block the 3 tiles right here. I don't want my workers quite up on the front lines right now. Anyway, it looks like whatever that Iroquois attack was launched against the island city did not work. Does not appear to have been a success. One tile island. I will check if that's a one tile island in a minute. And there go the Americans. The whole army turning and running. It was nice of them to move their 1 hit point knight right up on the border so that it can get sniped by enemy units. Okay. I guess this is good for now. Doesn't hurt to have more units. Alright, starvation, that's the goal. We want the city to starve. There we go. Alright, that's just 0 growth. I don't want 0 growth. I literally want the city to starve down to 1 population point, and then we grow it back up again over time. So it'll need a granary next. So, shockingly, does not have a granary. Alright, what did Edgewater just finish? A bank. Nice. Alright, how about you start on a library then? Just working on that infrastructure. So we still don't have any war weariness, which is pretty impressive. The city's just slowly growing onto water tiles. It's not a key city right now. Alright, you can switch over to a university. Nice. Finally got the aqueduct done. Now the city will grow. This is actually a pretty good city here, Barb House. It has managed to get up to 4 production per turn. It's actually finished barracks. Well, the barracks is free, but granary, temple, courthouse, aqueduct. Nice. It's going to need a marketplace next. It's going to need it for the happiness. It's a slow build, but it'll get there eventually. All right, so the Americans, this is actually good news. If I go to the tech tree, what this means is the Americans went free artistry. That means that they did not research metallurgy, so that's good. And that's a completely pointless tech. Literally the only thing it does is it unlocks Shakespeare's, which is not an especially great wonder. It's good if you're going for a cultural victory, because it has a really high culture output, a 20k cultural victory. Otherwise, it's basically pointless. All right, so you While we're over here, you move over here. Let's... This is the first time I've used a ship with units on it. Okay. So let's grab these units. We can cut off that worker and make it so there's no way to get back to that city. One of these longbows can move. There we go. Although I will wait to unload both of them. Unlike in Civ 4, you can't attack directly off of boats. We'll unload that unit and then go pick up the medieval infantry. Alright, well, I'm definitely going to kill these units that are just sitting there exposed. So we did not manage to quell the resistance in Cuzco. That's not surprising, because I didn't put very many units in there. We'll work on quelling it this turn, once we capture Olete Tambo. Well, obviously I'm going to fire with the Trebs first, but... Oh, that's it. There's 2 pikes. Okay. This was not a well-defended city, for whatever reason. Didn't bother to put many units in here. Alright, can I get them both to 1 HP? Nope, no such luck. Okay. Alright, well. Oh, there's some Trebs on the enemy side in there. Their defensive bombardment. Well, that wasn't too bad. Now let's send in our elite. So every time you attack with an elite unit, you have 1 in 16 odds to get a great leader. 1 in 16. Why they made it that way, I have no idea. Just dumb luck whether you get one or not. No way to control it. Oh, great library. Okay. Cool. Already obsoleted, but it will be worth tourist money eventually. I don't know what year it was built in, but it'll be worth tourist money eventually. Hey, it's another city, right? We'll take it. So if you're curious about how we are in terms of victory conditions, you need 66% of world area to win domination, which is probably what we end up going for, because I don't think I want to run this all the way to the spaceship. We're about halfway there in population. We're about 1/3 of the way there in land area. But, like, I'll be picking up more territory as I continue to advance through. So far, the Iroquois have not taken anything. I could probably get to domination just by conquering the Iroquois. Like, that would get me very close with that and with their territory on this island. By the way, this is a 2-tile island, not a 1-tile island, just FYI. And the Aztecs. I could take the Aztecs. Coastal tiles do count towards domination, by the way. Why that's the rule is hard to say, but that is the rule. I would prefer not to... Oh, I didn't realize you could capture trebuchets. I actually didn't know that. Okay, well, move you over here. Alright, so we will need a couple units in here to quell the resistance, but there's only 2 units in there, so it shouldn't take too many. And in the meantime, we want to kill these units, so let's grab the Trebs. The Knight's the only one I really am worried about, and worry is too strong of a word. The Longbow has 1 defense, easy to kill. Oops, that's the unit I just moved. Not having great luck here, but again, that's why you use the bombard units. So you use up those bad RNG seeds on stuff that doesn't get your units killed. Alright. This also puts them in the city to help quell the resistance. I don't know if they actually help with that or not, but actually missed with that. Somewhat surprisingly. Okay. That unit's already moved. So how many units do I have in here? Just 2 units. We're going to need more than that to quell the resistance. There's only 2 resistors though, so let's just put like 6 units in here. That should quell the resistance. Everything else will move into Cuzco. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 1 more. Alright, hopefully that quells the resistance. Okay, now for you other units. This is where I wish I had a medieval infantry to attack that unit, because it would have 2 defense, not 1. But we're still going to kill that, and we'll cover it with a musket. And we're going to kill that other unit too. I think this is a good time to use an elite longbow and go leader fishing. No such luck that time. All right. So most of our units we're going to put in here. So like normally I would just heal them on that tile, but I want them to help quell the resistors. So we'll do that. Right. You, though, need to come down here and cover these units. All right, and we want one musket to cover you, too. I guess I could have left this unit around as bait for the AI to kill, but whatever. Alright, hopefully this will quell most of the resistors between turns. You got stuck on a tile with no road. Anyway, so now we'll be able to close off this border much more easily. Oops, I did not mean to move you there, but I guess it doesn't really matter. Alright, you guys need to start moving, running irrigation down here. I think I'd like to keep this tile as a high production tile, but we definitely want to irrigate that, and we definitely want to irrigate the plains, so we'll start spreading it this way. I still got this settler for whatever. We'll find a use eventually, I guess. You guys were coming down here to help with potential work in the Leipzig area, because there are some unimproved tiles over here. Oh, hey, we found a bonus grassland under here. Nice. Nice, that's a good tile. Better than that tile, right? 9 turns, or yeah, we'll take a turn. I lost 1 point of commerce, but that was worthwhile. Nice. All right, let's shift this worker blockade down to just 3 tiles. 1, 2, 3. That's 1. 2. And we just need a unit on that tile. You. 1, 2, 3. Yay! Okay, now the other workers can actually do stuff. Like roading this tile. Now you just need me to read the chat. Oh, you guys wanted me to rename. Okay. Alright, sorry. I was focusing on this. Llama Drama and Port Dumbo? Okay. Those are good suggestions. Llama Drama, and this one you guys said. Rename. Here it is. Port Dumbo. Because of the elephants. Okay. Alright. I don't know how many of these are still fortified. Okay. So a bunch of these workers I'm going to need in ex-Incan territory. So I'm going to wake a bunch of these and start moving them down there. And there's a little work to be done in that area, but mostly they're going to be needed in ex-Incan territory. So this will just be a reminder to get down here, do their thing. And some of you, I need to road this tile because that's going to take forever for a captured worker. All right, so this is actually a good place to stop because we just took the Incan capital this turn. We will pick up this game again next week. We should be able to see the Incans get finished off because they're not going to be too much longer for this world. Then we'll have to think about where we want to go from there. As much as I'd like to go into a Cav romp, I don't know if I'll be able to do that, but we'll see. The real question is if I can get Cavs in play before the AI starts to get to nationalism. I might be able to and gets those rifles because rifles do a pretty good job of shutting down Cavs. We'll see. Cavs against Anything that's not rifles, just romp all over them. We'll see. So that's the plan. Yes, that's the thing. Once we get horses, like we're researching metallurgy, and we're going to go straight for military tradition after that, and then we might just go try to blitz the continent with calves to get this over with, because I think it's pretty safe to say, as a result of this game session, I think it's pretty clear we're not going to lose. This is going to be a win. Challenging game at the start, but like we've kind of busted out now. We've got the luxuries we need. We finally have iron, and we're going to get access to a 6th luxury, which is why if you're wondering why I'm skipping the cathedrals and the coliseums, it's because I have tons of luxuries. I'm going to be at 6 luxuries in a turn or two, and that's plenty. I do not need cathedrals with that. So I think that might be the plan. We might just go for a cav blitz after this. But I hope you guys enjoyed this, and we will continue this, as I said, next week. So have a great weekend. Enjoy the beginning of your 2020, and I'll see you guys again soon. Have a good one. Take care.